Hello. Oh, I forgot to do the.
You ruined it already, Coach. It's
Yeah,
done.
it's all
Already
over. Might as well cancel the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks
sorry,
thanks for
guys.
listening, everyone.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Da-da-da.
That Sports Center's on.
Yeah, there
I'm
you go.
Scott Van Pelt.
Dude, I always like Scott Van Pelt.
I
He's
do
one of my
too, but
favorites.
I mean, I don't really watch ESPN very much anymore, but
Yeah, I don't either.
like every time I flip it on, it's like that man works just 10 hours a day. He's just on at all times. What are you doing, Scott?
Yeah. He almost
crazy.
reminds me of like Sports Center's Northern Lion. He's got that same kind of bald vibe.
He does. He really does. Looks almost exactly alike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hey, let's jump right into this week. So we opened up with Thursday night football, Broncos Cardinals. Whew.
Yep.
Oh boy.
That was a good one, Coach.
Yep. We were at the me and Toaster when we were at the store, and I looked at the TVs at this one store and I was like, wait, it's the first quarter and it's like 28 to like nothing.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this is a disaster.
It was actually 28-3 at the half, I think, or no,
Yeah.
like just before the half. It was just like,
God, the Cardinals are bad.
yeah. Well, dude, the thing with that game that actually kind of pissed me off, and it pissed me off a little bit in the Jets game too, but at the end of the game, like in the fourth quarter, the Cards were still passing and stuff, and like Josh Rosen was getting killed out there. He was just getting destroyed until literally like at the end of the fourth quarter, he gets injured, and they're just like, okay, we're just gonna kneel it then and end the game. It's like, what are you doing? This is your franchise, guys. The game's over. The game ended a long time ago. Like,
Let's try to get those 7 points up there.
yeah, for
Someone's
real.
trying to cover the spread. Obviously, they were just like, "Hey, we got to keep the line."
The 30-point spread.
Would you say that your honeymoon with the Rosen is all over, Rob? Is it?
Oh, definitely not.
That's
It's
not
only-
done.
Oh,
No. Look, the thing with QBs is you gotta wait. You don't really know what a QB is until he's had like 3 years of experience at least, like minimum, to know what he's gonna be. You know, because we've seen a lot of guys, you know, have a huge rookie year and then kind of fade out, and then you've seen the opposite where guys have like a terrible rookie year and then, you know, end up really good. Mitch Trubisky's kind of going on that trajectory right now a little bit.
I mean, look at Sam Darnold.
Let's talk about the Jets game, because I watched the highlights of that one, so I actually know some of the Jets stuff. And honestly, they didn't play that bad.
The first half was good.
Yeah, the first half was good, but my God, you were right. There's so many drops.
Oh, it's insane, right? Like, I mean, like, seriously, like, I know the current prevailing feeling right now is that this was Sam Darnold's worst game as a pro because he played really poorly, but there must have been like 7 or 8 drops in that game, and 2 of them led to 2 of his picks. And it's just, it feels sometimes like Darnold is the only one playing, which I suppose is a good thing in a way, because it means that maybe we picked the right guy, but also like our center caused 2 fumbles in the game. Our center snapping the ball. We picked him up in free agency last offseason because the center that we had last year was like literally the lowest rated center in football. And this guy was an upgrade. It's just, there are some things on this team, man, that I just can't like Robbie Anderson, 10 targets, 3 receptions. Like there's some shit going on at the Jets, and it feels a lot like coaching to me in a lot of ways.
The one play I saw they were actually still in the game. It was like the third quarter, and they had like a 3rd and 12 or something, and he had like I think it was your tight end or something. He just dropped a wide open, like nobody around him. That was like, wow, that is bad.
Tight end has been like a huge problem for us since like literally like Dustin Keller, and you probably don't even remember that guy's name.
No, I
honestly.
remember Dustin Keller.
Yeah.
As a Madden player.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was a long time ago now. So tight end has been a serious issue with us. We had ASJ last year, actually. But he had a great storyline, right? I mean, coming back from alcoholism with rehabilitation. That's great. But his numbers weren't particularly amazing on the Jets either, even though he was probably more talented than our current tight end core.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. it's all like negative here in Jets land. I feel like.
Apparently, I also have the power to curse people now, because you have to mention what happened to Terrell Pryor. And so, even though I didn't talk about Deontay Burnett, what's the story with him?
Okay, so like with Terrell Pryor, he got injured. He had, I think it was a hamstring, and he was supposed to be injured for 2 weeks. Now, the rumor is that there's a handshake deal going on behind the scenes here, but the Jets cut Terrell Pryor because if you put a player on injured reserve, he has to be there a minimum of 8 weeks. His injury was only going to be 2, but we needed a roster spot because we're down to like literally no receivers. Everybody's injured. So we cut Terrell Pryor, and the rumor is that there's a handshake deal to get him back once he's not injured anymore. And then we activated Deontay. I just forgot his name. Burnett, yeah, from the practice squad, who actually played with Sam at USC. But he didn't really have any kind of.
Imagine my surprise after I went on like a 2-minute like praising rant about how I think it's awesome that Terrell Pryor is like working out for the Jets. And it's like, by the way, they've released Terrell Pryor.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's gonna come back, but the thing with him is that he had a really bad start to the season. The past 2 games, though, he was pretty good.
Looking good, yeah. The last game especially is looking really good.
Yeah, no. So I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, they're gonna bring him back at some point, but we'll see. We did just pick up Rashard Matthews out of free agency just now, so. I don't know. We need somebody. We need players that know how to catch. Is what we need. Yeah. That's what we need. Really,
anybody that can catch the ball.
Yeah, because
I mean, I hear that catching is pretty important to being a receiver.
It is.
Sam Darnold's numbers look just atrocious. Like 17 of 42 for 206 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 picks. Yeah, the stat line is terrible, but and the 4.9 average isn't great either. But like guys are just dropping balls out there, man. Like they really are.
I'm kind of surprised that they don't have drops as a stat for like receivers.
Not only do they not have that, it's freaking annoying to try to find that stat. I've tried, actually. You have to go into like the 3rd page of Google to find somebody that tracks drops.
Well, I think the reason why they don't track it is just because that opens up a whole nother can of worms about dictating what exactly is a drop.
Right. It's a little subjective, but
yeah, it'd be I mean, I agree with that the quarterback shouldn't be penalized for in the stats maybe, but at the end of the day, it's still like, I think it all works out in the end. I think that if a quarterback's good enough, he's going to have a higher average of completions than, if his receiver is just having a Butterfingers day sort of thing across the.
Yeah. I just like to be able to see the numbers, for receptions.
I mean, your name wouldn't be Rob. Hey, I've got a stat for you to look at Alpaca Patrol here. If you
look, I'm big into stats. All right,
should probably mention that Bear is not here this week. I don't know if anyone's.
If you couldn't tell,
Bear's not here. Yeah,
yeah,
you couldn't tell.
Yeah, Bear has. He's gone on a
hibernation
tour.
Yeah, he didn't even say where he was going. He said he couldn't make it today.
I see. Even with this Vikings Jets game, like the Vikings, I don't think they looked that good still. Like Adam Thielen's good, Kirk Cousins looked okay. Murray had like 1 good run, but aside from that, like he didn't really do that much. Like I don't know, the Vikings still don't impress me that much.
He had 2 touchdowns, but they weren't like impressive touchdowns. He was averaging 4.6 a carry though, but. Yeah, that was all from he got like what was the longest run that he got?
1 big like 40 yarder or something.
Yeah.
No, it was. The thing is, actually, in the first half, it was a pretty close game. Like, it was only 10-7, and it looked like our defense was playing pretty well. But then, I mean, just a series of those, because two of Darnold's picks were the off the hands of the receiver, tip drill. One of them was basically his fault because it literally went off the hands of a defender into another defender's hand. So, but
there's also the punt. What was that punt?
Oh yeah.
He thought he was like gonna get blocked or something, so he just like quickly punted it and nobody was around him.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is what I mean. Like, here's the thing, right? This happens all the time, and this is why I say. And now again, I here's a disclaimer. I don't know what I'm talking about, but
all right,
from a layman's eyes, right? Like, I see all these games every week, and it seems like we're competitive in the first half in a lot of the games that we lose. And then in the second half, we just don't make any adjustments. And the other team always does. And I feel like that's on the coach, at this point. He's been here for 4 years. He hasn't really done anything. And I'm not feeling like he's the guy anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, coach, as the only qualified coach here, how do you respond to something like that? Is that something you take on your shoulders, or would you put it on the shoulders of your positional coach's coach?
No, it's definitely positional coach. All their fault. Get rid of them.
Yeah, that's fair.
So for the record, on the Broncos Cardinals games, Rob was the sole picker of the Rosen show. While everyone else picked the Broncos,
of course.
And Rob was also the sole picker on the Vikings Jets.
Hey, I just want it to all be known that I am leading the wins column though overall. So. Yeah.
All right. Not by much, though.
Not by much. Like 3 games.
So let's talk about Invicta's Buccaneers.
Yeah. Thanks, Coach.
Oh, man.
Tampa Bay, unfortunately, grabbing the win out of the jaws of defeat. I was really, I had everything prepared, ready to go for my speech, thanking the Browns for showing that the Bucs are actually terrible, and then the Browns just show that they're actually worse than Tampa.
It was a shit show of a game.
It was a crazy game, yeah.
It was like 4 or 5 turnovers, like for just the Browns. Then the Buccaneers had like 3 or 4 turnovers. It was just turnover central.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that it was the prettiest game in the world, but it definitely looked like, that those times whenever like you look to the side of the road and you're like, is that a blanket or a dead dog? It was one of those.
I don't know if I've ever.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've experienced that. But
it was one of those times where you're looking at a game. It's like, is this a game in the NFL, or did I turn on to like an accidental high school game? Because neither of these two teams really need to be in the NFL right now.
Now, I'm gonna let you know some fun facts.
All right, lay them on me, Coach.
Peyton Barber had 11 carries for 30 yards for the Buccaneers.
Yep, that's good. We call those Buck stats, Coach.
Yep. Ronald Jones 6 carries for 13 yards.
Yep.
Jacquizz Rodgers 3 carries for 8 yards. Deshaun Jackson 2 carries for 8 yards, and the leading rusher, of course, Jameis Winston 10 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown. Have you thought about just putting him at running back?
Well, Coach, that's interesting. You bring that up. We like to talk about the big guy upstairs, Mr. Mahomes. It's nice that Winston's trying to copy him. And as much as I love to say that Mahomes looks like Vic, Coach, I think Jameis Winston, if he can catch that Uber, he's going to give him a run for his money because man, looking at him dive into the goal line, over the goal line, and then fumbling it in the end zone after it counted, thankfully, it's just a thing of beauty, Coach.
I feel like we just need the Invicta Jameis Winston insult tracker at this point. We're going to get one every week.
Go on.
I was just going to say it's probably at around a baker's dozen, Coach. All right, Game 7 or week 7.
Well, I was going to say, like, when that kicker was going to go make that game winner, did anyone else think with this year's kicking performances in primetime? It's gonna miss. He's gonna miss it, isn't he? It's gonna happen.
Had a feeling he was gonna make it because there's so many misses, and I was like, you know what? He'll probably make it. But I was kind of hoping there would be a tie again.
Well, yeah.
I mean, to be quite honest, Krendor and I were talking about it, and we were thinking that it was like I don't know about. I'm not going to speak for Coach, but I was secretly hoping for a tie, just to have a tie.
Yeah,
but the fact
that would be hilarious.
It was 16-2 at the end of the first half. I think that's how the half ended, was 16-2.
Yep, 16-2 halftime.
Yeah, it was that again. I could just tell you the score of this game, and you wouldn't even have to guess which two teams were involved. The season is just a wash. I mean, the Bucks came out swinging. I'm glad that they beat the Eagles and the Saints. But I'm looking forward to next year, Coach.
Well, all right.
It's only 6 games in or 7 games in.
I'm very happy I picked up Nick Chubb last week because they traded Carlos Hyde, and I was like, dude, hell yeah, let's go. And he was thinking too bad.
Yeah, imagine how many points he would have gotten if he had actually caught those 2 balls that he was targeted for too.
Yeah,
he's a solid player.
Touchdown.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Yeah,
he's gonna be good for a while. Hey, you know what? Baker had a really good day too, actually, like rating wise.
He did. There's that one scramble where he fumbled it, which was bad, but I mean that was a good play. And then, oh my god, the Peppers punt return and that set up the overtime kick was just that was pure Browns.
And and for the record, just so everyone knows, again, thank you to Hippo Nora on Twitter for keeping up with these pick'em stats here. Everyone, including myself, picked the Browns. Bear also picked the Bucks, but he swapped at the very last second due to peer pressure.
Yeah.
Browns,
speaking of Bears team, Patriots beat the Bears 38-31, and that was actually a good game.
It was really good, yeah.
Yeah. The Bears were just in it the whole time, and then the classic Hail Mary, 1 yard short of the touchdown. I don't know if that's happened before.
I don't think so. I mean, that's got to be the most heartbreaking way to lose. You complete the Hail Mary and then immediately the game's over. Oh man, that blows.
Now, as somebody who's in the last couple of years seen 3 Hail Marys, one to win the game, one to lose eventually in the playoffs,
and one to find them.
And one, well, we actually got Rodgers has 1 ring, so it's
right. All right, you got it. Freaking all right, we got it.
And then one in the playoffs against the Bears. It was just like, just bittersweet to really see the Bears just be like, oh my god, they got the Hail Mary, and it's like, there you go. But still, the Bears, like, for competing with the Patriots, it still shows how good the Bears are actually getting.
At a team at 500, like, the Bears look pretty good. I think there's a good chance that they squeeze into the playoffs or something this year.
Like, I'm more afraid of the Bears than I am the Vikings in the division.
Yeah, that defense is. I would not want to go up against Khalil Mack. You just don't want to.
Not again. Even injured Khalil Mack, I don't want to play against.
Oh yeah, no, hell no, no chance.
And then Trubisky has just started going insane. I don't know if it's just because he's playing really bad defenses, which is probably part of it, but still, he's putting up like crazy numbers.
Can I just say, like, the New England Patriots defense meme, the bend don't break thing, has never been more clear than in this game.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They're bending pretty close. I mean, but
they've been bending down about as far as you can bend. And then,
the Trub was trubbing it up though. I mean, 81 for a touchdown with carry. By the way, Jameis Winston, start watching this quarterback instead of catching Ubers everywhere.
There it is.
Yeah, I mean 81 for a touchdown, averaging 13.5 yards per carry. Rob, now that's a stat for you. That's your quarterback, Rob.
Yeah. That is pretty wild.
Second year. He almost reminds me a little of Andrew Luck.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of that, right?
Yeah, the way he just like plays, body size, like just he throws like a lot of short passes, but he can still hit the like deep pass. Like he seems like a younger Andrew Luck at this point. Now it just depends if he's gonna keep growing into an actual Andrew Luck or have injury Andrew Luck as his end goal. But we'll see eventually.
Yeah, no, I don't know. He's looking better than like that first week. The game did not look good for him, but the rest of the season he's been like progressing quite a lot.
Yeah, he's been solid. All all four of us picked the Patriots, by the way.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Can't pick against the Patriots when they're rolling.
Nope.
Really
not even against the Bears in Chicago. But it was a good game to watch. I mean,
yeah.
Really close.
It's very interesting to see how many young quarterbacks are coming up this year.
Yeah.
Compared to other years. I mean, just almost it's almost as if like there's a good young quarterback in like every other division in the NFL.
It kind of does, yeah. Like there are a lot of teams, more than I've ever seen, that feel like they have their guy right now, which is surprising, because it's hard to find. But also there is that kind of shift in coaching mentality in the NFL right now, where when you have a young QB right now, a lot of these teams are picking up offensive-minded head coaches. Whereas in the past, like even when I started watching, like it was always like, oh, defense wins championships, get defensive-minded head coaches. But now like Nagy in Chicago, Sean McVay, and a couple other people around the NFL.
I mean,
love if the Packers did that, dude.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
For real.
You're seeing a lot more rollouts though this year. It seems like there's a lot of the all passing meta is sort of decaying a little bit when we got these agile, fast quarterbacks that are rushing for over 50 yards and a touchdown in a lot of games, including the Bucs game too.
Yeah, the design boots are good for young QBs because you basically cut the field in half, right? Like you're not really supposed to be looking at the other side. So it's so that happens a lot because there are a lot of young QBs in the NFL right now. Actually, most of them, I feel like.
Well, even Aaron Rodgers, like that's kind of what he's done his whole career is like roll out and then he either runs or he makes a crazy play. Like he never really stays in the pocket, and when he does, he doesn't seem like he's as good.
Yeah, but he's still crazy good in the pocket, which is fucking stupid.
Well, the one time he literally, when that year, the awful year where we lost the championship game, a lot of people forget, he was playing with like a half-torn hamstring or something. Like he was literally limping in the pocket and still like carrying us to almost the Super Bowl. Like that's crazy.
Why. Dude, okay, here's a little tangent, but like back in the day, I feel like Tony Romo never got enough respect, dude. Because I remember one game where, and he did this for a couple of games actually afterwards, where he he broke his rib in the game, and the rib punctured his lung, and then he was like, "Well, put on a flak jacket, and we'll be good to go." It's like, what are you insane? You should be in a hospital at all times. There's a hole in your lung.
Yeah. And there's still insane. Like Cowboys fans being like, "That's stupid, Tony Romo." Okay, guys.
Stupid Jessica Simpson ruining our quarterback.
Speaking of Cowboys losing, they lost 20-17 to the Redskins.
Yeah. I was alone in picking the Cowboys because I foolishly believed Rob when he was talking about. Actually, no, that was Bear. I was listening to because he was talking about the Dak Zeke Dream Team combo.
That Dream Team combo, Ezekiel Elliott had 33 total yards on 15 carries.
Yep. Well, no, actually. Yeah. Did not.
Yeah, and then Dak Prescott actually did the best throw in the ball, 273, one touchdown. But still, like, that was a pretty mediocre game. The Redskins, Adrian Peterson had like 100 yards or 99.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. Well, dude, that one receiver, Michael Gallup, looks really good. By the way, I feel like every time I watch a Cowboys game, which is all the goddamn time because they're always on prime time. But but when I watch
America's team.
Yeah, when I watch them, Michael Gallup is always impressive. So like he seems like a guy to watch. And then did you guys hear the news, the trade news?
Yes. I don't know how they got a first round pick.
It seems excessive, but maybe I just don't understand trade value at this point. Because I mean, a first for Amari Cooper, we
were saying it last week. Like Amari Cooper Amari Cooper's up for trade, guys. Oakland's trading everybody, and I was just like, nobody's gonna give him a first rounder. I was like, maybe a third at best. I would have maybe if this was like Madden or some shit, I would be like, all right, third rounder for him, all right. But like a first round, that's a lot.
He did have 2 straight 1,000-yard seasons at the beginning of his career, but like, I don't know, man. because he's got stone hands. You know, he drops a lot of balls.
I feel like people overvalue wide receiver a lot as well, because I mean, think of it, like the Bills gave all those picks to get Sammy Watkins. That turned out great. The that's not Mark Cooper. What's the other one? Last year Buffalo, Kelvin Benjamin. They gave up a bunch for Kelvin Benjamin. That didn't really do it. It's like, I feel like wide receivers almost similar to running back in a way, where you can just find a lot of wide receivers. Like, obviously you've got your star ones, but like, you don't need that star receiver.
You know,
at least I don't think so.
What it is I feel like if you have a young QB, you want a guy that can be a true number one, that like he'll feel comfortable throwing the 50-50 balls to. Because every once in a while you gotta kind of toss it up there, say like, oh, I've got one-on-one coverage, I gotta see, you know, I gotta take the risk and see if my guy can get it. But I don't know. I mean, Amari Cooper's got the physical abilities to be that guy.
Yeah.
And, you know, the thing is, in Dallas, they have been kind of hurting on the receiver front. So it's sort of just a little bit of a leverage play. But a first seems pretty high.
Well, yeah, I mean, they got what they got. They have Michael Gallup, Allen Hurns. Allen Hurns is good. Cole Beasley.
Yeah.
I mean, he's okay. Yeah. So, I mean, they'll have a pretty decent wide receiving core after this. I think the problem's still their defense isn't that great still. I mean, Sean Lee's actually playing.
Yeah.
You have Jalen Smith. I forgot he was one of those guys like came back from all the injury. Now he's playing again.
But I mean, is it really gonna? Do you think it's gonna make an impact though?
They'll win like a game or two that they wouldn't have won, but
maybe
I don't think it's gonna make a huge impact. There's too many good teams.
Well, you never know. You know, maybe they get chemistry, and maybe they. You know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like Dak just needs like another guy to throw to. I mean, he can't.
Needs that Des Bryant again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the offseason, he lost both Des Bryant and Jason Witten, his two security blankets,
and
right?
Some O-linemen.
Yeah, like that's pretty rough. It's hard for, I mean, especially for a guy who's like, what is he, 25? Yeah, he's 25.
Around there.
Yeah, so that's rough, you know.
It's not like Amari Cooper's terrible, but he's not first round good.
Yeah,
well, I would have said like, okay, if you were doing the deal, this is for Coach or Rob here. If you were doing the deal, which one would you rather have? Would you say that instead of a first round, if like they offered up like a second and third round?
Okay,
would that be more fair versus a first round in your mind for both sides? Because I feel that the Raiders got the best part of this deal.
Oh, no doubt. I would only, like I said, I'd give up a third rounder. That was it. Maybe if I was really desperate, I'd give up a second round for him.
Yeah, I mean, what was his contract like? Like, is he's gonna end, like, he's on the last year of his deal, right? So it's gonna be a first round pick and a lot of money, probably, because I mean they just said you're worth your first round value.
Free agency in 2020, so I think he might have an extra year.
Okay,
but
next season would be his contract year.
Yeah. So I mean, it I don't know. It's one of those things like they were in a position where they needed somebody. The Jets were in, I think, in the conversation too, because we need a receiver real bad.
Yeah,
but, you don't say, Rob. Like a receiver that can catch.
The way that I try to look at it, and I don't know if this is helpful or hurtful, is if I had that first round pick back, right? Like, and I was drafting the first round, if I'm the Cowboys, am I drafting a wide receiver? And if I'm drafting a wide receiver, is he going to be better than Amari Cooper? Because I guess that's I feel like that's the real question there. And maybe there's not. Maybe there's not a guy in the next draft that's going to be better than Amari Cooper. I don't know. But I doubt it a little bit as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I just hate the Cowboys, so anytime that they don't get a good deal, I'm like happy.
Yeah. I'm not a big Cowboys fan.
I don't think anyone is that I know. I don't know anyone who's a Cowboys fan.
Well, I liked him when Romo was there, but
I know I think a lot of people in Dallas are Cowboys fans, obviously.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I don't know anyone in Dallas anymore.
I think Angry Joe is.
It's
Angry Joe.
That wouldn't surprise me.
It's crazy to think about, but like, you know, like people shit on Jerry Jones, and mostly rightfully so, but they have built a crazy brand. Like they're they make more money, I think, than the Patriots right now. The Patriots might have just eclipsed them, but like those are like the top two. Patriots, who have won 5 fucking Super Bowls in the last 20 years, and the Cowboys, who have been to the playoffs a couple of times in the last 20 years. That's crazy.
Going back to the Patriots, Belichick actually did the voiceover for the World Series now that the Red Sox have completed their trip. Punch the ticket
really?
in. Yeah.
Okay.
Why they got Belichick, I have no idea, but Belichick is on the World Series voiceover.
I
mean, I guess that, since they kind of cheated the Astros out of a home run there in the first inning.
I
But
know nothing about baseball.
who am I to complain about that? Go for it, Coach.
All right, let's go to one of my favorite games of the week: Colts Bills 37-5.
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah.
Derek Anderson.
37-5.
Derek Anderson. Better than Nate Peterman, but still not good.
I feel bad for Derek Anderson because people are going to be shitting on him and making fun of him. But like, the dude was there for like 5 days. He's like, "Hey, learn the offense, and you're starting. Haha, good luck."
Yeah,
like that's pretty fucked. That's crazy.
By the way, just to remind you, you're on the Bills. Right. Derek, so just remember.
Oh man, you should have retired at halftime.
You know, I didn't actually follow up on that. Do we know what Josh Allen's injury is, by the way?
I think it's still that
the UCL.
Yeah, I'm not sure though. They're just like he's out. But they haven't really said anything definitive.
I'll have it for you. Give me a second.
Homer Colorado.
Right.
Yeah.
But either way, Bills are all right. Bills have dropped to like last for me now. They're done.
Yeah, this is going to be a rough season ahead for them.
Yeah. And then if you saw the early game, Chargers-Titans.
I did not.
Well, I saw the highlights.
Nice, yeah.
And it's actually a pretty good game. It was back and forth. And then for some reason, at the end of the game, instead of wanting to go to overtime, the Titans went for 2 with like 30 seconds left after they scored. And they didn't get it. A penalty was thrown. They got another chance, and they didn't get it again.
Oh my God! Really? So they doubled down on the 2-point conversion.
They doubled down, and they didn't get it either time. I guess they were just like, "Listen, let's just fly home. We don't need to play more." But Chargers, man, Chargers. Everybody talking about the Chiefs. Chargers are 1 game back of the Chiefs in the division.
Yeah, I mean they're 5-2. They're not. It's not like 3-3 1 game back. They're 5-2. They're doing that thing where the Chargers, everybody in the offseason is like, well, on paper, the Chargers should definitely make the playoffs. But,
they're like every
doing
game.
Pretty well.
It's Josh Allen's, he injured his elbow, by the way. That's why.
I just went on ESPN's latest article about it, and it seems like they're still talking about it like it's the UCL, which would suck if that's the case, because that could be 2 years.
Well, he wasn't ruled out officially until yesterday. But
they might be.
He was questionable to play on the next game, but he's still, officially been ruled out now.
Still not good.
Pretty much, I think he's pretty much done for the season.
That sucks.
That's a bummer. They're not gonna play him again, especially with Buffalo knowing that their season is just over.
I don't think they should.
It's hard. It's at the beginning when we were talking about Denver and Arizona. It's like it's hard to find a worse team than the Cardinals, but then we did.
Yeah.
The Chargers, it's almost like this weird sibling rivalry going on where it's like they're like, guys, we're 5-2. Everybody, then they're like, but the Rams though, 7-0.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
Rams. I don't think the Chargers haven't. I'm never gonna have faith in the Chargers. Because they always do this. They always look super strong, and like they have a couple of games at the start where it's like, oh yeah, that Rivers era is coming to an end, and then he'll start putting up crazy numbers. And he'll start beating some pretty noticeable teams or notable teams, and then they just falter towards the end of the season. It always happens. So like everyone says, oh no, the Chargers are legit this year. They're legit this year. It's like, yeah, they were legit with LT like many times, and they still lost.
They're like the Bizarro Patriots, basically. They look really good in the beginning of the season, and then never make it to the playoffs.
Their record. The 5-2. I mean, they're 5-2. And look, I'm not I'm not hating on anyone out there for being a Chargers fan. All right, you can like who you want as long as it's not the Cowboys or the Saints. But it just doesn't feel like a 5-2 team to me. If you had to say if we had to pick them and say Chargers versus the Rams, I'm picking the Rams 100% of the time there.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I mean, and if you look at the Chiefs too, it's like, do we actually think that the Chargers could have a chance against the Chiefs again? It's like, no. I don't. Yeah. So,
I mean,
they're division rivals though.
Well, yeah, I know they're division rivals.
I would say, like, here's the thing, like the Chiefs defense is seriously abysmal. Like, it's really really bad.
Oh, it's bad.
So it's every game is a shootout, and so far Mahomes has been able to win in the shootouts. But Phillip Rivers is no slouch. I mean, he's had great years for forever, and getting in a shootout with even a guy like Phillip Rivers, who's definitely going to be in the Hall of Very Good, if not the Hall of Fame. But he's I wouldn't really necessarily want to get into shootout with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. For the record, all of us picked Chargers last week.
Yeah, we did.
yeah.
But if they would have converted that 2-point conversion one of those 2 times, we'd be screwed. Yeah.
You would have thought that after they failed it the first time, they would have been like, "All right, let's do it.
Yeah, let's just tie it over." Yeah. Speaking of the AFC South, Texans Jaguars. I couldn't even watch the full highlights of this game.
Yeah,
Bortles fumbled, and then the Texans made some plays. But then Deshaun, what was it? What's the wide receiver? Hopkins. He made a crazy one-handed catch. Yeah. Crazy catch.
Yeah, the one-handed one.
Yeah. But the Jaguars just flipped a switch and went from hey, they're going to be a playoff team to are they going to make the playoffs? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's looking weird. And they benched Bortles,
Yeah, they benched him. He does okay running the ball, and then he just can't pass. But I guess his wide receivers aren't that good either. They lost their top 2 receivers.
Yeah, they lost everybody, and then they benched Bortles, who, I mean, honestly, I don't think he was the one losing their game. I think that was a whole team lost the game kind of effort, and they benched him. And I like Cody Kessler, but he didn't really do much better. He just had a longer time on the field. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. A lot of times you just get yards in the garbage time.
Yeah.
I mean, we pretty much thought that this game was going to be a train wreck. If the Bucs Browns wasn't going to be like a giant clown fiesta, then this one was going to NFL.
Don't look now. Texans are 4-3.
Yeah,
they're 4-3. All right,
they're 500, man.
According to NFL.com, coach, if the season ended today, there's the Texans logo right there.
Yeah,
but we'll be getting to that a little bit later on here. But the Texans, to me, they haven't convinced me of anything other than that they can beat the Jaguars this season.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Panthers though beating the Eagles.
Yeah,
that was a good game.
I was the only Panther boy.
You were.
Dude. NFC East curse is real. No 2 teams, no team can win the division twice in a row. What the hell is happening over there in Philadelphia?
It was supposed to be the Eagles were a easy repeat type of team. They looked so good. Everything was clicking. Carson Wentz is still playing. He's 30 of 37, 310 yards, 2 touchdowns. Still lost.
Yeah.
I guess they really missed Jay Ajayi because they had no running game.
Yeah, not at all.
But
I picked up Wendell Smallwood off the waivers thinking he's going to be number 1 now. Well, Carey's he's known to have a pretty decent set of hands. I have already dropped him, coach.
All right. Well, you made a good decision.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize the Eagles were up 17-0 going into the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
And then the Panthers got 21.
It's a pretty wild 4th quarter for the Panthers.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. And they didn't even run that well either. Cam Newton was their leading rusher, 49 yards.
Yeah, but he does that every year, which is insane.
Yeah.
I actually still don't know how a team can have their QB be their leading rusher and still, be pretty competitive. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I feel bad for Cam because he's getting popped all the time in these games, man.
Mm-hmm.
As a QB.
I mean, I don't feel for Cam.
Well, you're in the division.
Yeah.
I'll never feel for Cam.
Let's see. We also had the Lions beat the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of a toss-up game, and it was pretty much what I thought would happen. Like one team would win by like 8 or 9 points or something.
Well, Rob knows better than all three of us, Coach, because he's the only one who picked the Lions last week.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing, man. Like I told you guys last week, Brock Osweiler only beat the Bears because he is the natural predator to the bear, the lobster.
Yeah.
He's still Brock Osweiler. Look, he actually played pretty well. Like
who knew that the natural enemy of the bear is a lobster?
Of course. Yeah, that's the
not know.
You never read a science book?
No, I guess not. I didn't see that science book.
So I mean, I think the Lions aren't as bad as they seemed in that first week, though. In general,
yeah,
I think they've stabilized a little bit. Yeah.
It's NFC North's actually pretty interesting. It's like all of our teams in the North are pretty even. They're all like good but not great. And
I mean,
like
Stafford.
14...
You know that Stafford hopes that Kerryon Johnson turns into like Megatron, like the next Megatron.
Well, yeah, he very much.
He had a monster day, man.
I'm actually really looking forward to some of these division games. Like we've already played every division opponent once in our thing, but like Bears haven't played any divisional people. Lions, I don't believe have. Vikings haven't either. So they still got 2 games against each other, like each of them. So I'm pretty excited to see those happen. Then I'm like, nice, one of them's gonna lose. And we still get to play the Cardinals. Get to play the Jets. Very excited.
I mean, those are 2 practical wins right there, Coach.
Keep a bottle of booze next to me for those games. That'll be
knowing the Packers, we're gonna have some like 49er-esque games where I'm like, we're supposed to win, and then we'll like barely win at the end and be like, Jesus, all right.
Hey, we're gonna be a trap game, guys. We're a trap game.
Nothing brought more joy to my face than watching Krendor through text messages freak out on the 49ers game. When the Packers
I was
played.
losing my mind.
Yeah, I know you were.
The worst part was I knew it was going to happen that week. I was like, they're going to blow it somehow. And I was like, here it is. Giving up 80-yard touchdowns every drive.
That was my lock of the week, Coach. You were fine. It was my lock. Don't worry about it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, speaking of another crazy game, Saints beat the Ravens 24-23 because of the missed extra point.
Literally the only time. He's never done that. Yep. And if you, I don't know if you guys saw his face afterwards.
Oh my God, yeah.
it looks like the face of a man who's never seen that happen before. Is what that looks like.
It's like it didn't come off of my foot.
Yeah. Oh man,
I think the stat was like 222 out of 222.
Yeah,
for extra points.
That's and then you know what also sucks about that loss is that any other week that would have been the most heartbreaking loss. This is number 2. That's they don't even get that. They don't even get the most heartbreaking in a week.
Yeah,
it's got to be rough, man.
Yeah. So that's a sad time for the Ravens because I wanted the Saints to keep losing because we have their draft pick.
Oh, I always want Drew Brees to win. He is on my team.
Oh, we already know
lots of points.
We already know that, Rob. No, watching Justin Tucker's face was just glorious.
It's just magical. Like, and I don't dislike. I really like Justin Tucker, but that face was just hilarious.
Well, he's been the most accurate kicker in the NFL forever.
And sorry, go on.
I just said I always take him in fantasy for that reason.
Yep.
Yeah. And he petitions John Harbaugh. Moving my mic. Sorry. He petitions John Harbaugh every year to let him try an 80-yard kick field goal because he makes them in practice.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So anyone can do it in practice. I could do it in practice, Rob. God, I mean,
could you?
Maybe you should start practicing those extra points.
Yeah, that's what you should. That's what you should be doing.
Oh man.
Well. Speaking of people that get me fantasy points, Chiefs 45-10 over the Bengals.
All right, let her rip, Coach. Here's your quarterback,
Pat Mahomes and Kareem Hunt. Oh my God, I am so happy I picked those two.
Yeah,
they have carried me this year. I took down the number 1 guy because of them.
Did you see that one Kareem Hunt run?
Yes. Oh my God, that's insane.
I tweeted about that because it was just I've never seen that. That's insane.
Yeah. He lost the ball, but he kept it, and then he hurdled a man better than Josh Allen hurdled a man.
He fell over and then he got back up and was like, "Man, I'm jumping over you." Oh, what is it? The entire team tackling me? No, I'm gonna keep going another 10 yards. What the fuck? How does he exist in the world?
I have no idea.
Coach Crendor putting up just from Patrick Mahomes and Kareem Hunt alone. Coach Crendor putting up over 73 points. Just those two points. Those two players.
Yep. That was
absolutely unstoppable, Coach.
Well, I played the number 1 team. They got 141 points, and then I got 22 from Cohen, 27 from Burton, 14 from Chubb, 37 Hunt, and Mahomes 36, and that all just helped me take them down.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but the Kansas City Chiefs are a really good offensive football team.
I mean, I almost consider them undefeated like the Rams right now because I mean they it was really just it ended up being Tom Brady doing Tom Brady things to them in their one loss. They put up 40 points in that game. Yeah.
They really do seem like the 2001 Rams? Or around there, whenever the Rams had the greatest show on turf.
Yeah. No, that offense is insane right now.
And hey, I said that a couple weeks ago, Coach.
That you did. I remember.
Thanks for reinforcing that.
No problem.
Yeah, watching them play is just it's like a dance almost. It's just they find so many incredible ways to score, and it all starts with Mahomes' versatility. He is electrifying to watch. As someone who isn't a fan of the Chiefs, they're fun to watch. I mean, that's all I can say. Andy Reid's got them.
I agree, and fundamentally, football, sports in general, it really is. It's just entertainment, and watching Chiefs games is fucking entertaining as hell right now. It just really is. It's just I every time they're on, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm down to watch some Patrick Mahomes do some crazy shit.
It's only a matter of time before Chiefs stop playing little brother and start playing big brother to the Patriots.
Yeah. Well, the question that I have, well, actually, before I go into serious topics, this did produce my favorite meme of all time, possibly. When the camera cut to a Bengals fan in a cat outfit in the crowd.
That was great.
It just flipped off the camera. Oh man. Oh, I just posted it in private text. It's just beautiful. The hand just pops right in. Oh, it's the greatest. Oh man, that was fantastic. But
I love that too.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say was you think the Chiefs are gonna make it far in the playoffs with this kind of team?
Here's the thing. You never know, because this almost reminds me a bit of, I brought it before, the 2011 Packers, the year after we won the Super Bowl. We were 15-1. We were destroying. We were putting up 40 a game too. It was my greatest moment of my life. Every week you just turn on the TV, I'm like, 40 points again. Rodgers is melting people. He's just doing shit. And then I'm like, oh my God, repeat Super Bowl. Going up against the Patriots, and then we just got shit on by the Giants in the divisional round at home. And I just remember watching that game, and I was like, what is the offense? This is the offense. This is the offense put up 560 points in the season, right? This is the same one. And it was just there they go. So, I mean, you never know. You get into the playoffs, you think oh man, we're going to destroy somebody. I think a lot of times people or teams just get overconfident, and that overconfidence can just kill you in the playoffs, especially if it's a team riding high, going into the end of the season, and then you say if you look at everything, they might go up against a good Steelers team that wins 5 in a row at the end of the season. They just go in hot and just take them down. So you just don't know.
Overconfidence is a cruel and insidious killer. So
I wonder what it's like to have a football team that's exciting for other people who aren't.
Victor, I'm with you, bud. I'm seriously with you.
We don't know the joy, Rob. We just don't. We've never known that joy.
I've only had secondhand joy for other teams that I like, but are not the Jets. And
there's
it's
always
sad.
It's kind of fun because all you even think back, I'm like, man, remember that Favre game where we beat the Broncos in overtime? Like, that is crazy. Like, Greg Jennings, like, touchdown.
Oh, boy.
Like, those are some good times.
Let me think of my favorite Jets memories. Oh, Mark Sanchez eating a hot dog on the sideline. That was pretty cool. I like that. That was a fun time.
Or that Favre game where he took down the Seahawks, the divisional round, snowstorm. He was throwing snowballs all around. Great times.
Yeah. Hey, we had back-to-back conference championships, so that was pretty cool.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 Hail Marys, throwing them up, Grit. All right.
And going on over to Coach and Rob's locks of the week last week, Falcons taking them down.
Yeah.
Good job.
I also watched the highlights of that game because I didn't actually watch the game because I was like, I don't want to watch this game.
Yeah, me either, actually. I watched the highlights earlier.
Yeah, it was closer than it should have been. I can't believe the Giants actually came back.
Dude.
Well, the thing was that they had some of the worst clock management I have ever seen in any NFL game ever.
Oh my God, that's what's going to happen. Holy
What?
shit. Mark my words. Playoffs come around. Chiefs are in the playoffs. Andy Reid's going to do some dumb clock management, and they're going to lose.
Don't curse them like that, because that could happen, dude.
It's going to happen.
No, actually, sorry, you're going.
I was just going to say, Eli Manning wasted 40 seconds when they're in the red zone in the fourth quarter. It's not like the game was like, it's not as if it was out of reach yet. Because they started to score, but then they could also go for the onside. But like, they went from having like maybe a 10 to 15% chance to win to an absolute 0% because of that. It was pathetic.
Did you guys see in that game when the Giants were in the red zone and the Falcons like safety timed the snap count perfectly and ran up to the line and leaped over and almost sacked Eli? Like, imagine seeing that, like a 200-man pound.
A 200-man pound.
That's a big pound.
That's a big pound. That's a honker right there. Anyway, imagine him leaping at you at your face. Be horrifying.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, some terrifying shit.
By the way, fun stat. Julio Jones, he has gotten 0 touchdowns in like the entire season and some of last season. He has, I believe the stat was 1,200 receiving yards without a touchdown.
Yeah. Wow. He's got 8-12 on the year already.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're halfway through.
Yeah. And 0 touchdowns. It's insane.
That's
that's
crazy.
an achievement in itself. And like carrying into last year, like I said, it's 1,200 plus yards without a touchdown.
Yeah. That's insane.
I mean, again, thank God I picked up Matt Ryan over Stafford and Luck in fantasy. I'm just so happy about that. Did all three of us win this week?
I think so.
No,
Bear picked. Oh wait, what do you mean?
I'm talking about
fantasy. Yeah.
Oh, fantasy.
Yeah.
I won. Coach won. Rob. Oh no, Rob. Yeah, you lost.
Yeah. I lost because he had. I was winning. He needed 15 points, and he had OBJ and Greg Tavecchio, and Tavecchio had 16 points in fantasy as a kicker, so that's good. And OBJ had almost 30. So
and he started the Houston defense too, which. I just dropped them too, and I was like, I don't want to play the Bears, so I'll just go pick up. Which defense did I start? I started this week. I started the Jets defense. So thank you, Rob, for the minus 3 points.
No problem.
Appreciate
that. That was fun. That was enjoyable.
Can I just bring up some commentary concerns that I had with the NFL?
Please do.
Go for it,
So. First off, the classic Monday Night Crew, terrible as always. Still,
I feel like
Tessador, however you say it, he loves to say like what's the quarterback thing he says? He's going for it and he gets it.
Oh yeah,
he said that with Aaron Rodgers.
Joe Bucks is great throw, great catch, touchdown, like every touchdown.
Yeah. Or he'll like say the player like Jennings.
Yeah.
Jennings! He just says their name really loud in a high octave pitch.
In time! Inbounds!
Yeah.
And then, but he said it again the other night. He's like, Eli wants the yards and he gets it!
Right.
That's like the thing he's trying to make his thing, but I just don't like it. Then there's like a clip with the highlights where they just mentioned the red zone for some reason, and it was like he was like, and that's why it's the red zone, and I was like, what?
It's getting to the point where like I'm struggling watching these Monday night games, man.
Yeah.
Like they used to be back in the day. They used to be like big games, like important matchups or something. And they had Gruden and Mike Tirico, and it was it was a good time. Now it's just like Joe Tessitore will be like, hey, that tight end really made quite a move on that play. What do you think? What do you think that's about, Jason Witten? He's like, well, tight ends, they got to catch the ball.
Like, really paying attention. I was halfway there. Toss it down to Booger. Oh, I can't believe it. Just take this $1.
Dude, I like Booger too, but like I feel like he's trying to. In the highlights that I watched, he was just like, the Giants just had the worst play call that I've ever seen in a game. It's like, dog, you're supposed to be non-biased. Come on,
no way, man. I love that. He totally ripped the Giants for wasting so much time at the end of that game.
Did he really?
He looks like he's sitting in a command center. Like every time they cut down to him, he's like his chair turns. He's like, back to the play.
He's always in some sort of mech. He's either sitting in a golf cart or he's inside of like a giant walking mech. We just don't see it yet.
I'm telling you guys, this is the origin story to the Fox football robot. That's what we've always wanted to know what the fuck that was. Turns out it was Booger McFarland.
It's just Booger McFarland riding inside of a mech.
I've always loved that robot.
Yeah.
Speaking of Fox, the other commentary I want to mention was the Browns-Buccaneers game. Because I forget what that announcer's name is. I think it's like, God, I need to look this up because I just hate his announcing. Announcers. What was their? I gotta look this up.
You talking about Moose? No. Moose Johnson?
Is it Moose Johnson? Let's see. Moose Johnson. Moose. It might be Moose Johnson.
Commentators. Browns.
I don't think it's
Derek Johnston. Usually does the Bucks for.
I don't think it's him. I think I know his voice. It's the other guy. The guy that's like. He has a weird lisp to his S's.
He's like.
God, is there a place I need to know?
I'm trying to find out. He's like sometimes.
Let's see. Announcers. Yeah. Wait, is this it? TV. Sam Rosen, Rondé Barber, Shane Bacon, sideline.
Yeah, Sam Rosen.
Is it Sam Rosen?
I think
Sam Rosen.
Hold on, I just gotta.
Oh yeah, is it Sam Rosen?
Oh,
I feel like it might be Sam Rosen. I want to play this, but I don't want it to be in the audio of the stream.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I think it is Sam Rosen. He's like, and the Browns got to play. Like it's a weird kind of S. I hate it. It just bothers me on a deep level.
Yeah, that's Sam Rosen you're talking about.
Yeah, he's like Jabril Peppers is making the play down the field. What the shit is this?
So, by the way, searching for that, I found under related searches for Google, best Browns players of all time. It's Baker Mayfield, Hugh Jackson, Tim Couch, and Bernie Kosar.
Wow. My favorites, Tim Couch and Hugh Jackson, my favorite Browns.
Hugh Jackson, best Browns player of all time.
Don't forget about the Bernie. Can't forget about the Bernie.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, let's take it into Sinvicta's power rankings of the week.
Thank you, Coach Crendor. Ready to go for the NFL Power Rankings, the Bible of the Internet. Coach Crendor, I'm going to start off with you. Can you name the top three for going into Week 8 for the official NFL.com Power Rankings, NFL.com? Coach Crendor, Power Rankings, go. 1, 2, 3.
Yes. Patriots.
That's 1.
Rams.
That's 2.
Come on.
It's gotta be the Chiefs.
That is correct, Coach. Woo. Top 3 in the following order: Rams, Patriots over the Chiefs. And then now,
well, they do have the tiebreaker in that.
I'd put the Patriots over the Rams. So.
Yeah. Now, Rob.
Yeah. You kidding me?
No, man.
Now, Rob, I'm gonna toss this one to you. Okay. What do you see when you see the 4th and 5th team of the week?
Oh,
what teams do you see rounding out the top 5? Because I guarantee you're not going to get them.
You don't think so?
Unless you've already looked at it and you've cheated.
I have not. I'm gonna say Saints.
Yep.
Okay. And I am going to say I don't know, man. That's tough. The Chargers?
No. Somehow, the Saints, by the way, are number 4, which they stayed in the same spot. Somehow, inexplicably, the Vikings have held the 5th spot in these power rankings for 2 weeks in a row now. The 4-2-1 Vikings are still ranked number 5 above. I'll round out the bottom 5 of the top 10. These are all the teams that the Vikings are rated above in the NFL.com power rankings, Coach.
Right.
Chargers, Panthers, Ravens, Steelers, and Redskins. Somehow the Redskins moved up to 10th place from 16.
And I think all those teams could beat the Vikings still. Is the thing.
There is no doubt about it. None of those teams that I have mentioned, I would ever pick not beating the Vikings.
And I'm not saying the Vikings should be 4-3 or 3 and whatever the shit. They should have 3 wins.
Or 2-1.
Yeah, they should have 3 wins. Packers should be 4-1 right now. All right, we should be we're actually 4-2. Listen, the ties mess me up. All right, I'm bad at math.
Well, it would interest you to know, Coach, that the 3-3 Lions have actually overtaken the Packers. The Packers stayed at 13th. The Lions went from 17 to 12. Now, the biggest question here, and again, I'm going to toss this one over to analyst Rob here, because these, if you can name 3 of the 5 bottom teams on these power rankings, Rob, someone will give you a Buffalo nickel. It's not going to be me, but someone will.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's obviously Buffalo.
Yep. That's one of them.
Obviously, Cards.
Yep, that's 2 of them.
Niners.
Yep, that's 3. Can you, for the last 2 bonus pick, can you pick the 2 other teams down there?
Raiders, Giants.
It's the Raiders and the Giants. The Raiders are ranked dead last again. The Niners have not moved. The Cardinals have not moved. Somehow the Bills have dropped to 29th. I don't know how. It's because the Colts won, I guess. But the Colts are 27th, Giants, Bills, Cardinals, Niners, and Raiders.
So did I get it all right then?
Yes, you did. Because do I get a
prize?
No.
Yeah, someone will give you a Buffalo nickel, just not me.
I just say that someone edited the Mike McCoy Wikipedia page, and it says he was found dead during the Broncos-Cardinals game on October 18th due to being brain dead.
Oh man!
Now here's the best part. This is for either Coach or Rob here. All right.
Okay.
How many spots is beating the Cleveland Browns worth on these power rankings, and how many spots is losing to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers worth on these power rankings? So, Coach Krendor, I'll go to Coach Krendor. Coach, how many spots do you think beating the Cleveland Browns gets you on the Bible of the football of the internet of the world here on NFL.com? How many spots do you think that gets you?
Maybe like 3 maximum.
I wish I lived in your fantasy world, Coach. The Buccaneers gaining 1 spot, going from 25 to 24. Now going on over to Rob, analyst Rob here. How many spots do you think losing to the Buccaneers earned you?
I would say 4.
They have dropped 5 spots from the 20th ranked team to 25. The Browns 25, Bucks 24.
After their turnover performance, I'd give them an extra spots falling down. It was pretty bad. They had a lot of turnovers.
Yeah.
But that's going to be the official power rankings, Coach. Thanks for your time. Send it back up to the analyst desk where we got next week pick 'em, I think.
Well, we got fantasy football first.
Fantasy football.
I lost.
Fantasy football. Yeah, Rob lost.
I lost real bad.
We already went over that. But this week, I've got Mahomes, Boyd. Boyd did really bad, but he's playing Tampa Bay this week, so woo. Juju off the bye week going up against Cleveland. He'll get me some points. Got Kareem Hunt again. Tariq Cohen against the Jets. I'm taking that one. Jimmy Graham against the Rams. I pray to Jesus we do something. Nick Chubb against Pittsburgh. I'll take that. Tucker, I think, will rebound. And then I got Philly's defense against Jacksonville, which should be good. So I'm pretty excited for my team this week.
Yeah, Rob's got New Orleans going over to Minnesota for the Breeze. Should put up some monster numbers there. Real question is, are you going to start Michelle this week, Rob?
You know, I thought about it last week too, but I don't know. I'm not sure. He's doubtful, right? So
I believe that his last official update was doubtful.
Yeah.
But then again, you're going up against those Bills. You never know when Belichick's like, well, my fantasy team, I better start him.
Well, I got to get Antonio Brown on the roster either way, so I got to figure that out because that'll be he'll have a day probably against Cleveland.
Coach should win. You should win your game, Coach.
I hope so.
You're going up against great talent who is now in first place because
if I can take the 2 first downers 2 times in a row, I'll claim my throne.
Yep.
With Pat Mahomes and Kareem Hunt at my side.
Yep, Matt Ryan's on a bye week for me, so I'm not expecting to win because my backups are Stafford.
I actually don't even have a backup quarterback right now. There's no need.
No need. All right, well, rest in peace, Patrick Mahomes. Coach just cursed you for all time. His leg is going to fall off or something on the next game. Just end his career.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well, let's get into the pick'ems.
Woo! Pick'ems for week number 8.
Hell yeah!
No Bear Taffy this week though. So.
No Bear.
Rip.
So again, and by the way, Bear, if you're listening to this, Bear, you can't sit here and say that you're number 1. That you've picked less teams than us. All right.
Hey,
you got to be on.
Yes.
You got to be on equal footing here.
I have a question.
Right.
What do you use to see the schedule that you're reading off from?
I use NFL.com.
NFL.com. Okay,
yeah, I will link it in private chat.
I want to have the exact same schedule that you're. Oh, that's is that it? Yeah. Oh, that's the one. Yeah,
that's the one right there.
All right.
By the way, just I'm gonna bring up a little bit of news real quick.
Yeah.
Some headliners. Adam Schefter reports Dolphins will most likely place Albert Wilson on IR. Thank God I didn't pick him up in the fantasy free agency.
That's all.
The Jets worked out Quinton Rollins, corner, formerly a Packer, so I know of him well.
We're very injured there.
If he is anything like he was with the Packers, he's not great, but he's okay.
Yeah, we're reaching down deep for these guys now. We're like half our starters are gone. It's rough.
And Paxton Lynch worked out for the Titans.
Oh boy!
And a big trade, actually. The Giants send Eli Apple to the Saints for a what was this for? A 4th in the 2019 and a 7th in 2020.
Yeah. Great value pickup right there.
So that's a first rounder 2 years ago for the Giants that they're just giving up on.
And he's correct me if I'm wrong, but he's not playing badly either, right? Like is he getting
he's not.
I don't think so. But I do think he's kind of crazy.
He's got some serious attitude issues is what the concern is. And then they got Odell issues too. Odell feels like he might demand a trade soon, so that seems intense.
He might just murder everyone in like the Giants organization. I'm convinced that he doesn't actually like to play football.
I don't know about that necessarily.
He'll get traded to like the Patriots.
The
Chiefs.
God.
Oh my God! Imagine if he went to the Chiefs.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, where would they even put him? What would they do with him?
I don't know. But
Sammy Watkins is their like 4th receiver.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
They've been insane roster.
Also, programming note, Coach, don't forget, going to be showing off the Thursday night trailer. Twitch.tv/Crendor.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And then I will also be showing the trailer right after. So both of us can hit the concurrent viewers.
Twitch bounties coming in.
Yeah,
well, I got a
Amazon.
front page slot, so that's when I pop
is there,
all my
is there
stuff.
Is there a new bounty for that?
There is, and thank God, because it's great.
Oh, damn it. I don't have it.
It's like,
you gotta pick it up fast.
It's like free money.
Oh, yeah.
I think they like cap it out, so it's like they only have so many people who can get it. I like refreshed and I was like, there it is. Click, bam, it's mine. I was like, oh, watch a 5-minute football trailer. Yeah, I did that one too. It's just like, I want to do this every week.
Yeah.
Thanks, NFL, for going to Twitch.
Yeah.
All right. Either way, yeah, Thursday night, Dolphins at Texans.
Ooh, man.
Ooh, yeah,
I'm gonna tell you the truth. This is a confusing game. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? At first glance, I was like, yeah, this will be done. I'm like, you know what? This actually probably be a good game.
Yeah, it might be.
But I think the Texans will win it.
Yeah, I'm taking the Texans too for this one.
Yep. Texans at home. I don't think they're going to lose the...
And it's the lobster.
Can a lobster take down a bull?
It's a good question.
I mean, he did rob Houston of millions and millions of dollars. So they're going to be looking to... They're going to be looking to ending his career real quick.
Oh, man. That would be hilarious if he beats the Texans, too.
Oh, I would love that.
A revenge game. Oh, boy.
I would absolutely love that.
Oh, my God.
It's not going to happen.
You know? I kind of want to take the Dolphins for the revenge factor, but I'm not going to.
All right.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Next up, Eagles Jaguars. Is that in London?
Yep.
9:30 yeah. That's another London game. How many London games are there?
I think there are like 3 or 4 this year.
Let's see. Damn.
And by the way, shout out to the NFL for giving those Brits just a quality game. Quality. They're just bringing great games over there.
Last year, that would have been a great game.
Yeah, that would have been.
Yeah.
And now it's not.
65 days ago.
I don't know. I think I'd take the Eagles here because I feel like the Jags don't have it in them right now, but I don't know.
I'm not saying I'm going to call you a crazy person for anyone picking the Jaguars, but you're insane if you pick the Jaguars.
I can't pick the Jaguars after last week. That's just...
It's going to be Eagles all the way.
It's got to be Eagles, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Gotta be.
So then we have the... where'd it go? Wait,
Broncos at Chiefs, coach.
Yeah,
Chiefs
Broncos
at
home.
Chiefs. Oh, that's... They played close last time, but I still can't pick against the Chiefs.
It's just, dude, like seeing the Chiefs on this the NFL.com schedule drop down where they show you the breakdowns of the teams.
Yeah.
The Chiefs look like a Madden team. First offense, 30-second defense. It's just like how do you do that? Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, gonna have to go Chiefs on that one, coach.
Yeah, gotta go Chiefs. Then we got Browns at Steelers.
Yeah, lock of the week here for me, coach. Pittsburgh Steelers taking over the Browns. As much as I want to say go Browns, it's just gonna be a massacre.
I'm gonna be rooting for the Browns, but yeah, this is a Steelers win.
Well, they tied last time.
They did.
They did tie, but that was in Cleveland.
That was, you know what? Give me a Browns. Let's
go.
Let's go, dude.
Give me a Browns.
Yeah. Coach Crindor going against my lock of the week. Count it.
I am. Count it. Redskins at Giants. Redskins.
Oh, boy.
Woo.
Yeah.
It's a Redskins.
This one is a very definition of a toss-up, I think. But
I don't even think so. I think the Redskins are just a lot better of a team.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. The Redskins have a really good defense, actually. And the Giants do not have a particularly good offense. So I'm just, even though the Redskins don't have a particularly good offense either now, it's still Alex Smith. And he's still pretty good. So I'm taking the Redskins. What'd you say?
Yep.
I said, and Adrian Peterson's still
right.
Well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for him to put up I'm looking for AP to put up some big numbers for me this week.
Yeah.
So you're taking Redskins to Invictus.
That is correct, coach. Redskins over the Giants.
All right. Seahawks at Lions. This could actually be a close game, I think.
Yeah, the Seahawks coming out of a bye, right?
Yes. Yes, they are. So, and they've been playing decently as of late.
Yeah.
Then both of them have bad defenses and just a lot of offense. So I'm gonna.
Dude, actually, the at least the NFL.com's thing, it shows the Seahawks defense is 6th.
Really?
Huh. Let me look at ESPN's stats.
But their offense is just abysmal.
Yeah, they're at 28th in offense. Yeah, Seattle's number 2 in yards allowed right now, actually.
Well, they've also allowed 3 points to the Raiders, and they've also played the Cardinals.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. Yeah.
That's Cowboys. True. I mean, not the greatest.
Yeah, I'll be going for Lions here.
I'm taking Lions too. Yeah.
I'll go a Seahawk. I'll be the wild card.
Oh yeah, do it.
Coach being the outlier.
Because I also don't like the Lions in my division.
Well, it's the greatest of friendships, the Packers and the Seahawks. So it all works.
Well, I don't
out.
like both these teams. In fact, I hope they tie, but I don't think they're gonna tie. So I'm gonna take the Seahawks.
Dude, what if they tie? That would be amazing.
That would be funny.
You get double points, if you call a tie.
Screw it. I'll take a tie.
There you go.
All right, I'll take a tie. Buccaneers, Bengals.
Yeah. This is.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to being 3-4, Coach.
Oh boy.
Gonna have to. As much as I would really love to pick the Bengals, I'm actually gonna pick the Bucs, Coach. The Bengals don't convince me really, and I actually think that the Bucs secondary might give Dalton a run for his money.
Right.
So I'm going Bucs. I have to, unfortunately.
Hold on a second. Are the Bucs really the first ranked offense? How?
Yes. Yards?
I mean, they have had a lot of offense.
Yeah, I mean, but
you got something to say, Rob?
I mean, they're 6th in yards, and where are they even in points?
Rankings NFL.
It's overall offense.
No, I know. But I'm just looking at how they're calculated. Yeah, the Bucs are 14th in points.
They are 29th in running the ball.
Oh boy.
So yeah.
You got to understand. It's the Bucs.
Yeah, fair enough. Dude, I thought the Bengals were doing pretty good this year, but 25th ranked offense and 31st ranked defense? What the hell? They're 4-3.
They're 4-3 still. I don't know how.
Doesn't make any sense. How is that possible?
I gotta go Tampa. I'm going Bucs. Go Bucs.
I'll take the Bengals because they're at home. Maybe they'll have like a rebound game.
Yeah, I'll take the Bengals, I guess. I guess I'll take the Bengals.
I don't really.
Can I anti-lock? How do I anti-lock? I don't know. This is such a toss-up game.
Anti-lock.
I don't think you can, Rob.
Next up, we got Jets at Bears.
Kill me.
Here you go, Rob. Now's the time. It's Darnold's time.
Can we get Christian Hackenberg back to get hit by Khalil Mack? Like just for a game. Like I don't want them to kill Darnold, please. Yeah. Let him live.
To take the Jets here, but I have to take the Bears.
Yeah, gotta take the Bears. Sorry, Rob.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unlike you, I'm not going to insult your own team, but
that's fair.
Yeah,
I'm taking the Jets, obviously, but
hey, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Any given Sunday.
Yeah, that's true.
If you guys can catch the ball this week, I think you got a chance.
Yeah, that'd be good. Well, we picked up a new receiver. Maybe he'll be good.
Hey, there you go.
Here's a side point. This is for a side point.
Okay.
Over under on the amount of times Darnold gets sacked. Over under 3.5.
Over.
Ooh. Yeah, I'd probably take the over on that too.
I'm gonna take the over as well. This doesn't work if no one takes the under, Rob.
All right, fine. I take the under.
No, you can take the over because
I don't know. Like our offensive line has bounced back a little bit, but it's Khalil Mack.
He has been limping though.
True.
They have a good pass rush in general though without Khalil Mack.
We have confirmed that Khalil Mack is indeed human.
That's true. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
So, in fact, who gives up the least amount of points per game? Wow, it's Buffalo. Who'd have thought? Oh wait, no, that's points per game scored. Never mind.
Oh boy.
They score 11 points per game. Okay, that's a little. That's a little more believable.
Sorry, Coach hadn't had his whiskey today. It's all right.
Yeah, I just wanted to see who had the most sacks in the NFL. Looks like it's Baltimore with 27.
Yeah, the Baltimore defense is actually crazy good this year. Again, I mean, I guess that's not surprising, but
that sets us up for the next pick'em as well for Ravens at Carolina.
Yeah. Well, this will be a good game.
Yeah, it is. I think it is going to be a very good game.
I'm going to take Carolina again.
I'm going to look at stats.
While Rob is looking at stats, Coach, I hate to disagree with you, but I'm going to take the Ravens. I think this one's going to be a pretty hard-nosed defensive showing from the Ravens against the Panthers.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think the Panthers at home can do it.
See, everyone just turns into Rob when they're making a point.
Baltimore is the 9th ranked rushing defense, and that is how the Panthers win their games. So I'm gonna take the Ravens, but I think this could really be a toss-up. This is another 50-50.
Yeah,
I think.
Ooh, by the way, Denver and Pittsburgh both 22 sacks, and Detroit, Indianapolis, Minnesota all have 21 sacks.
Oh boy.
And a fun stat, you know who has the least amount of sacks in the league?
Tampa
Bay. No, close.
Saints?
They share a similarity. Nope.
Oh, Browns.
Nope. The Oakland Raiders.
Hey guys,
we don't need Khalil Mack. We only have 7 sacks this year.
Turns out it's pretty hard to find a pass rusher, guys. Is what it seems like.
They have 7 sacks.
Here's the funny thing, though.
Year.
You think that's funny? Guess who has 9 sacks? Any guesses?
No, England, because I'm looking at the
stats
as well.
the New England Patriots.
Yeah,
wow.
Their pass rush is actually terrible.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even know that.
They do like weird like complicated blitzes and things and weird coverage switches to just like fuck with people, but they don't really rush the passer very well.
Yeah, they do have 10 interceptions though, which is tied for like the second.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. Ooh, San Francisco and Tampa Bay both with 1 interception.
Yeah, thanks, Coach. Moving on here to the next game.
All right, moving on.
Indianapolis at the Raiders. Coach, this is my humdinger.
Hey, this one got moved up to 3:00 for being an intense game.
Yeah. Gonna be a slobber knocker, Coach Krendor. Who do you got for the Indianapolis Colts versus the Raiders?
I mean, I gotta take the Colts. It's just I can't pick the Raiders anymore.
They're so bad.
They're bad.
So shockingly bad.
Yeah.
10th ranked passing offense though somehow.
I think we've proven that doesn't matter for the Raiders.
Yeah. Well, they don't even have Amari Cooper anymore.
Yeah. I'm going Colts. I would almost make this my lock of the week if it weren't for the Pittsburgh and the Cleveland game.
I'm taking the Colts too, but they're a fairly evenly matched team in some ways. So, although they did just lose Amari Cooper, so
you're looking at the numbers and not seeing the reality. Rob.
No, I mean with Amari Cooper gone as well.
The vision, man.
No, like I said, I'm taking the Colts either way, but like even so, I don't know. That could be a close game.
Now here's the real humdinger.
Humdinger, Coach.
The battle for last place. The 1-6 49ers against the 1-6 Arizona Cardinals.
If there's ever been a picture of a humdinger in the dictionary, Coach Krendor, this one is it.
This is it. Wow. Well,
yeah.
This is gonna be a good game because they're both bad. As bad as each other. But I'm going to take the 49ers here.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take the Niners too. But I really want Rosen to win a game as well. So I'm conflicted.
Maybe that Byron Leftwich offense is going to show up and be crazy.
That's true. Yeah, you know what? I'm taking the Cards. Chosen Rosen. It's the year. It's the time. It's the game.
All right.
Well, I was going to take the Cardinals, but now that Rob is on that train, I may have to switch it to the Niners. Yeah. But I do think that the Cardinals are a better team, so I'm going to unfortunately stick with Rob and stay with the Cardinals. But it would not surprise me, if we see a final total between these two elite offenses and elite defenses. Final total, I give it a paltry 2-2, Coach.
All right. It could even be a tie. We don't know.
Yeah. I'm calling 10-7. That's gonna be the game.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 9-6.
Oof. You know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna go a little crazy here. I'm gonna say it's 20-13.
Uh-oh.
That's assuming someone actually gets to the end zone, Coach. You realize
that's true. And dear God, help us, Packers at Rams. I'm going to take the Packers and hope to God that we can somehow upset the Rams.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, sorry, Coach. Hate to go against your play calling here, but it's gonna be ugly for the Packers, I think.
At least if we lose, I won't feel that bad.
Yeah.
So that
they're 7-0. I don't see how someone can beat them right now because it feels like a lot of times that they're out coaching people, not necessarily that they're even out playing people, even though they are.
Well, I mean, they did almost lose to the Broncos, but it wasn't Denver. They did almost lose to the Seahawks, even though it was a divisional game in Seattle. And they beat the Chargers in LA. They beat the Vikings in LA. They shut out the Cardinals. They beat the Raiders. 49. All right, that's besides the point. The point is, I hope it's close.
Dude, if this could be the Tom Brady to Patrick Mahomes, the Goff to Rodgers, I could totally see that. That could totally happen. But I still think the Rams are an overall better team.
Yeah, they are definitely an overall better team. But I'm just hoping for miracles here. And I hope the bye week gave us something. It's time to prepare, scheme, whatever the shit. Just please, just don't get blown out.
Good luck, Coach. You're gonna need it, Coach.
Yeah. Well, this is why we had to win that 49ers game. It gives us a leeway here as we take on the Rams and the Patriots 2 weeks in a row. So
boy, that's
buckle
rough.
up. It's a buckle up and pray to Jesus. Hail Marys. In fact, the fun part about it, it's at LA and at New England.
Yeah, so, that's good.
Yeah, have fun with that, Coach.
So that'll be fun.
Got a little taste of my medicine every year for forever. It's the worst.
And that's going to be a Sunday nighter next week, too, at Patriots. Chris Collinsworth will be like, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. This is going to be the...
What's he going to do? He's going to have 2 penises in his mouth. He's just gurgling nuts all game.
Speaking of someone else who likes to gurgle someone else's nuts, we have Drew Brees and Rob over here taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
I do gurgle his nuts quite a lot, and he deserves it, honestly.
Saints Vikings will be a good game.
That'll be a good game.
Yeah. I'm going to take the Saints, though.
I can't.
Yeah, I'm taking the Saints, too.
I can't pick the Saints. I just can't. Well, they're going to win, but I'm picking the Vikings.
All right. I mean, it'll be close. Vikings at home.
I can't pick the Saints. I just can't.
All right. And coming up, here's my lock of the week: Patriots at Bills.
Yeah, that's my lock as well.
See, that was the easy lock. I didn't want to go with the easy lock.
Well,
dude. No, go on. Sorry.
I was gonna be like, all right, maybe I'll switch it up, but this is a lock, right?
This is about as lock gets.
Yeah.
You guys ever seen that video of horse being grinded up?
Dude, but can we talk about how that's the fucking Monday night game again? That game is going to be terrible.
Yeah, it's going to be terrible.
Awful. That'll be a shit show.
Well, I mean, even New England fans are still going to enjoy that one.
No, Bear doesn't watch a lot of the regular season games.
Well, he's not here to defend himself, so we're going to pretend that he's going to be watching that game.
All right, I'll move my lock of the week to the Colts beating the Raiders. How about that?
Wow. Okay. That's
you don't have to do that, Coach.
I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the obvious lock. The Bills are gonna beat the Patriots, clearly. So
All
it's
right,
gonna be. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's the Patriots. The Patriots gonna win.
No, you already said it, Rob. Too late.
It's the
Thanks
Patriots.
for listening. Yeah, no, it might be the equivalent of seeing like someone get hit by a truck.
Yeah.
A horse get hit by a truck.
Yeah.
And then
it's an industrial grinder on.
Yeah.
It's a truck that has a horse grinder on top of it. And it just gets flipped up right in there and then slowly grinds it down.
Yeah. That's gonna be rough. Boy, I am glad I am not a Bills fan. That's all I'm gonna say. That's
I know at least we have at least one Bills fan there because this guy always posts on the SoundCloud. It's like, oof, this is rough to listen to as a Bills fan.
I'm so sorry.
That's
so sorry.
Coming from a Bucks fan, I don't feel your sympathy because I'm used to it.
If there's one thing worse than being a Jets fan, it's being a Bills fan.
Yeah, kind of. Dude, like, no, see, that's the thing is they're in the division, but I have no like ill will towards the Bills because they've been shit on just as much as they've had was it the 70s or the 80s? They went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost all 4 of them.
That's the 90s,
cursed.
I think, wasn't it?
Yeah,
80s,
something
90s.
like that. Yeah, 80s, something
Bills,
like that.
Super Bowls. Where was it? 4 straight Super Bowls, 91, 92, 93, 94.
Yeah, that was the Jim Kelly years.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine every year just being like, this has got to be the one, right?
Like, it can't, we can't keep it just the laws of probability would mean that we should win at least one of these, right?
Yeah, at least one of these guys. It's gotta, right?
They did have they still had the most incredible miracle comeback of all time against the then Houston Oilers, though. Don't ever forget about that.
That was a great one.
I wasn't even living
the Titans. That was like the first year Titans.
No, it was the Oilers.
Was it?
I'm
thinking of the bad thing for them where they lost to the Titans off the music. Oh, sorry for bringing that up.
No, I'm talking about the 40 some odd point lead the Oilers had, which they then lost to the Bills in the playoffs. That was so notorious. I wasn't even living in this country, and I knew about that before I came over here. That's how bad that was.
Can I just mention that all of the Bills' Super Bowl losses came to the NFC East? It was the Giants, the Redskins, Cowboys, Cowboys.
That's some Patriots level.
Yeah.
Well, but to be fair though, that was the era of dominance with the Cowboys too, though. That's when they became America's team.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the Aikman, those years.
Yeah.
Well,
but there you go. Congrats to everyone who picked correctly. Bear, you don't get to tout your wins losses until you get at least 40 games predicted. Final total up through the prediction total so far here as we wrap up week 7. Coach Krendor sitting at 52%, Sinvicta 57%, Robert at 61%,
thank you.
And then Bear Taffy, which doesn't count, sitting at 66%, 67, whatever you want to round it up. But it's weird. I mean, hey, look, we're all above average. So
yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Turns out the NFL's pretty predictable, huh? What about that NFL parody? NFL.
Yeah. NFL.
Yeah, NFL.
It's
all right.
The Bills are just gonna. It's gonna be like it's like watching a murder, Coach.
I feel it's like having them. You kind of knew after week 1 that this season was kind of over for the Bills, but like the way that it's ended is that's just got to blow.
They had a player retire at halftime.
Yeah. That's
he said no Moss before the third quarter even happened. Absolutely hilarious.
I'm just hoping that the Jets don't find themselves in that situation in week 15 or something. Oh, man, because it could happen.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right. Well, hey, thanks for listening, everybody. We are now up and running on YouTube. If you want to go to what the shit did I call this YouTube channel?
You're like you said 3 guys and a bear with like number 3, but like I couldn't find it, Coach.
I tried finding it.
Yeah. It should be up right now. Type in the number 3 guys and a bear all together, all one word.
All right, hang on. Let me go to youtube.com. The number 3, it opened up Google Chrome help. How can we help you? Describe your issue.
I found it.
Yes,
guys, and a bear.
All right. Yeah, this looks professional. It's got the
Yeah, look at that. That's
the default profile picture.
I
love look at that. We got some clip art. We got
look at that. Look at that Leet like 3D ball.
That's incredible.
Yeah, listen, I'm not known for my artistry, all right? I'm known for my top tier NFL predictions.
Yeah, that's true.
If you want to subscribe over there, we're up to 15 subscribers. If we can get to 20 subscribers, all right. If we can get to 5 likes, I'll thank you in the next episode for getting us there.
Even the coach is last on predictions.
Okay, we're done. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Da-da-da, da-da-da.